The first train of the morning always arrived just before sunrise, and every morning she was already there, sitting on the same wooden bench, wearing the same faded dress, watching the same empty tracks. People in town had stopped asking her why. They already knew, or at least they thought they did. Her name was Clara Whitmore, and 10 years ago she made a promise she refused to break. Clara grew up in a small railroad town somewhere in the American countryside. Life there was simple and hard. Her father worked long hours laying tracks. Her mother stitched clothes just to keep food on the table. They weren't poor by choice. They were poor because life had never offered them anything else. But Clara, she never complained, because every evening, just as the sun dipped behind the hills, she would walk to the train station. And that's where everything changed. His name was Thomas Hale, a young railway worker, strong hands, quiet voice, and eyes that carried dreams far beyond that little town. He used to sit beside her on that very bench. At first, they barely spoke, just two strangers watching trains come and go. But over time, silence turned into conversation. And conversation turned into something neither of them expected. "I'm leaving this place one day," Thomas once told her. "Not because I hate it, but because I want more." Clara smiled softly. "Then why stay?" He looked at her, for a moment longer than usual. "Because of you." Their love wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, it was quiet, steady, real. The kind of love that grows slowly, or like roots beneath the ground, invisible but unbreakable. Then one evening, everything changed. Thomas didn't show up. The train came, the train left, but his seat beside her stayed empty. At first, she thought nothing of it. Maybe he was working late, maybe tomorrow. But tomorrow came, and he didn't, and the day after that, and the day after that. Weeks turned into months, months into years. People started talking. They say he left town, probably found someone richer. Men like him don't come back. Each word cut deeper than the last. But Clara never argued. She just kept showing up. Because before he disappeared, Thomas made a promise. "I'm going away," he told her one evening, "to build something better for us." She felt her chest tighten. "How long?" He hesitated. "I don't know." Silence filled the air. Then he reached into his pocket and handed her something small, a simple silver coin. "Every time you see a train, think of me coming back on one of them." She looked at him, tears forming. "And if you don't?" He smiled, gently. "I will." That was the last night she saw him. 10 years passed. The town changed. New faces, new buildings, new lives. But Clara, she stayed the same. Every morning, every evening, same bench, same hope. People stopped calling it love. They started calling it madness. "She's wasting her life. She should move on. He's never coming back." But Clara didn't listen, because hope is louder than doubt. Then one evening, something felt different. The air was colder than usual, the sky painted in deep shades of gold and amber, and as the train approached the station, Clara felt it, that strange feeling, like something was about to change. The train slowed, steam filled the air, doors opened, passengers stepped off one by one, strangers, travelers, faces she had never seen before. And then, she saw him. At first, she wasn't sure. He looked older, worn, his posture heavier, his eyes quieter. But something about him felt familiar. Her heart began to race, her hands trembled. She stood up, slowly. The man stepped down from the train. He looked around, as if searching, then his eyes landed on her. Time stopped. Neither of them moved. Neither of them spoke. 10 years of waiting, 10 years of doubt, 10 years of hope, all collided in a single moment. Then he took one step forward and said her name. Clara. Her breath caught. That voice, it hadn't changed. Tears filled her eyes, not because she was sad, but because she finally knew. She was right. He walked closer, each step heavier than the last. I'm sorry, he said softly. I wanted to come back sooner. What happened? She whispered. He looked down for a moment. Life. I failed, more times than I can count. I lost everything I tried to build. I thought I didn't deserve to come back empty. She shook her head. You came back. That's all that matters. He looked at her, surprised. You waited. Clara smiled, through tears. Every day, silence fell between them again. But this time, it wasn't empty. It was full of everything they had lost and everything they had found again. The train behind him let out a loud whistle, as if reminding them time was moving again. But for Clara, time had never really moved, because some promises don't break. They just take time. Thomas reached into his pocket and pulled out something familiar, a silver coin. I kept it, he said. Clara held hers tightly in her hand. So did I. And in that moment, 10 years disappeared. Not because they were forgotten, but because they were worth it. Some people will tell you to move on, to forget, to stop believing. But not every story ends in loss. Some stories just take longer to finish. And sometimes, the people who wait the longest are the ones who understand love the most. So, if you're holding on to something, a dream, a promise, a person, don't let the world rush you. Because what's meant for you will find its way back. Subscribe to Whist Tales Unfolded for more powerful stories like this. Because some stories don't just entertain you, they stay with you.